Guys, so as a further update, yeah, as you can see, the new clutch and flywheel is in, looking very nice. I'm still busy with the centering of it. You can't actually see right now because of the darkness, but as you can see, the center is somewhat there. I still need to tighten the flywheel. So once I tighten the flywheel up, there's these nuts around it. So once I tighten those up, I'll focus on lining up the clutch itself. But yeah, the flywheel was in a good condition. It was just very dirty. I took some petrol and a cloth and I cleaned it all off, and I use quite a rough sandpaper, as you can see, a very rough grid sandpaper to put the grooving back on the flywheel. Obviously you want some traction on this, so you try and make it a little bit as rough as possible. So I sanded it off, wiped it off. I did it about 5 or 6 times. I repeated the same process over and over. And yeah, I cleaned it thoroughly, took a cloth, cleaned it about 10 times over, making sure there's nothing on there. I tried to clean as much around it as well as I could, and yeah, this basically being the end result. The clutch is in. I've cleaned the gearbox off as well, and I placed the release bearing in there. I'll actually just show you guys. But yeah, that basically being it. I took the old clutch off. It was in pieces, as you can see for the last video. It was in a really bad condition. So sorry, I'm laying under the car. Let me just slide out underneath. So basically this is the gearbox over here. So yeah, I cleaned it off as best as I could. Cleaned out everything. That's the new release bearing in there. That's the grease for the axle when I put it back. But yeah, everything seems to be on its place. Clutch is in properly. I scrubbed it off as much as I could. Cleaned off all the grease as much as I could. So at least the gearbox is looking somewhat more presentable, I would say, compared to what it was looking at. So yeah, the clutch has been done. The gearbox has been done. The clutch is now fitted. So it's just a matter of lining the clutch up and putting this back in, which is, yeah, this is now my biggest challenge. Having everything lined up and having this put in properly. Generally people would have to torque the clutch nuts down. To be honest with you, I'm not going to do that. I'm simply just gonna go ahead and tighten it up. I kind of took note of what it was tightened at, so I'm just gonna follow my instinct and yeah, go with that. I don't have a torque wrench, so all the best for that. I hope I don't fuck anything up like that, but yeah, otherwise there goes the guarantee of the brand new clutch. But yeah, fitted nicely, no issues. So I'll keep you guys further posted. So it's just a matter of putting the gearbox in now, and then I'm gonna give her a start up to hear if there's any noise or anything, and then I'll continue in terms of putting the prop shaft, the heat shield cover, tightening the exhaust, etc. But I just want to put the gearbox in, tighten it up, and then give the car just a start up just to see. And obviously first connect the selectors, because that's quite difficult to get to. So yeah, all the best for myself. As you can see, it's quite a mess. I've been using petrol to clean everything off, clean the gearbox and everything off, and I still have a lot of cleaning to do. I cleaned the sump as much as I could. So yeah, that, as you can see, there's a little bit of more shine to it. So it's not spotless, but I'm happy for now. I can always clean it without having to remove everything again. So I'm trying at least to tidy everything from the bottom over there, because once everything goes back, I'm not going back there. So yeah, that's my update. That's my last process. So the final step is to put the gearbox in, tighten the prop shaft, and then obviously I need to bleed the cylinder again. I'll have my son help me with that. And yeah, this is all a one-man job. So brand new clutch fitted, dual mesh flywheel. I sanded down myself. Here's all the proof. I sanded off as best as I could. So yeah, wish me luck.